Hello, I'm Matt and welcome to Badger Workshop. The chef at the pub has had this old knife in his box for years. As you can see, it's missing a handle and it's got a few rust marks on it. He asked me if I could do anything with it. So first I gave it a little sand to clean up the rest of the rust. Then I found some scraps of hardwood that had actually been used to replace the skids in the cellar. I thought it'd be a nice story for him that the handle of his knife actually came from the pub he was working at. This knife is 12 inches long and it's got a pretty thick blade. It's not the kind of thing you use every day, and you certainly don't peel potatoes with it. But sometimes it's really useful to have something big and heavy that you can just beat on. I suppose it's the same as being in the workshop. You've got your nice chisels, and then you've got the few old batter ones that you use to bash around. I wrapped the two slices of wood I cut in some masking tape so that I could cut them both at the same time on the bandsaw. The white tape was also good to draw on, and the pencil line actually showed up better on the tape than it would have on the wood. I was trying to cut on the outside of the line I'd drawn, so I could go back later and sand it down flush with the handle. Whilst I still had the two pieces taped together, I marked out where the holes for the rivets needed to go. I could then drill through all the way using a 4mm bit. The 4mm holes drilled, I could then use a specialist bit. The tip of this bit fits in the 4mm hole and is used as a pilot, and then it bores out a hole for the rivets to be recessed into. With the holes all drilled, I can put one side of the rivet in each of the holes I've drilled. They're a nice snug fit and just need a little tap to get them in. The rivets can come unscrewed in time, so I'm also going to use some epoxy to hold everything together. I spread the epoxy onto the knife handle, and then I put the side of the handle on that has the rivets that actually poke through the holes. Then I can get the other side in place and tighten it all down. The rivets I'm using are made of copper, so they look great, but I've got to be careful not to use too much force as I tighten them down or I might damage them. I waited for the epoxy to dry and then I could use the belt sander to try and refine the shape a little. Really I could just sand the wood back until I hit the metal of the handle and then I had the desired shape. And then it was just lots of work with the hand sanding to round over the edges and get it all so it felt nice in the hand. The blade had no edge in it at all, so I used the belt sander to put a basic bevel on it, and later I could take it into the kitchen and use a series of whetstones to get a much more finished edge. I used some Danish oil and gave it 3 coats to finish the handle. I was really pleased with the colour of the handle, and I think the copper rivets look great with it. Chef has had this knife for 30 years, and hopefully he'll do another 30. That's it all done. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe for more videos.